So my plan today was to go for a drive. I had planned on finishing what I did here, what I started a couple weeks ago. Go for a drive and take you guys, I don't know, maybe out to Doreen or whatever, but it poured rain all day yesterday. I couldn't get anything done, so I kind of had to, I couldn't even drive my van because I had pieces, everything all over the back here until I got it fixed. So that was what I did today. So what did I do today? So right now I just have a cover on here because I will reintroduce you to Baxter, which I did earlier, but you can't hear me. But Baxter is a big boy. It's muddy, it's dirty, it's that time of season. So what I've done is I've taken the sliders out that I had in here because they weren't working worth shit. So I took them out, and what I did is this is just hanging here for now. I got to finish it, but it's the same height as what it was with the sliders, but no bottom. So I put a bottom, put dividers in here, put a new top. Now I have extra storage all the way along here. I have a ton more storage now in the van, which is fantastic. And I don't need the sliding bed, because instead what we're going to do is I've built a piece here that just flips over when we need it, flips back. I got all this open. Baxter can hang out here. And one thing we've discovered is that when we're out camping, and if we want to come sit in here, somebody can sit there, somebody can sit here. Sitting this way is actually quite comfortable. So that'll work really well. I do have to still put some finishing on all of these. I've got more of the blanket put down. So yeah, I think this will work a little bit better. Now I got some dust in here. I have to go through and wipe it all out, but it's the season of muck. It's mucky gross out right now anyways. A couple other things we did with the van. So I am going to be building a ladder here. This rack will move forward. I'm going to build a ladder, and it's going to come down and attach there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build two boxes on the top. One faces this way, one faces the other way. So you just climb up, get what you need, climb up the other side, get what you need, because you can get in through the other side. Over there, you can step up and reach. Now, a while back, my brother had these lights that were sitting in his shop for quite a few years that he did not find a purpose for, or he never used, and they were already on this mount. So and he said, I think it'd look great on your Delica, and I went, sure, that'd be awesome. And the mount fits perfect. Everything sits up there perfectly. It's not completely installed. It's in there yet, but they're not up and running and totally installed yet. That's a Ron thing, because he's also got this new project. He bought that Suzuki Sidekick that you might have seen on the last video. He bought that as well. So we've got a few things. He's got a few irons in the fire right now. So I'm just going to drive around to the front and grab Baxter. He's my new sidekick. After losing Nikki a few months ago, it was really, really hard, and it felt really lonely. But I didn't want to get another dog because I don't want another dog to replace Nikki. The next dog will be its own little being. But yeah, Jenny and I went to a whole bunch of shelters, and we, I toyed around with a bunch of different dogs, and nothing felt right until I met this guy. And I don't really know his story. He's probably about 3 years old, but you'll meet him here shortly. And he's just an absolute doll. I can't say enough good about him. I'm still trying to figure out why he was in the shelter, to be honest. Oh well, somebody else's loss is my gain. All right, I'm just going to drive around to the front, pick up Baxter, and then we're going to run down to do a couple chores, but I'm going to introduce you to him as my new sidekick, and hopefully, yeah, I'm really sorry we couldn't get out on a drive today. I was really hoping to do that. That's okay. Next weekend, hopefully. Okay, we just had to stop the camera for a couple of minutes, and this is the one thing with Baxter, is because when we got him, we didn't know what his name was. They called him Bear at the animal shelter because he looked like a bear. So we don't know what his name is, so trying to get a recall on a dog that you don't know his name is, and you just renamed him and he's maybe 3 years old, that's probably the biggest hole that we've found so far, and it's not his fault. But we just had to spend a couple minutes on a little bit of a recall training because he totally ignored me and jumped into the van without permission. So we just had to spend a couple minutes discussing why that's not a good idea. And anyways, this is Baxter. Baxter is a lovely, lovely dog. He has got a meat in his bone in his body. He's a sweetheart. He's got a ton of training other than this one little hole, and that's, like I said, that is not his fault. That is just something we will work on. The biggest thing is he's pretty attached to me as well already, so he thinks if I take him out of the van, he's not allowed to come with me. Well, that's not true, but you know what? It's only been a week. We'll keep working on it. Yeah, I'm really sorry we couldn't get out on a drive today. I was really hoping to do that. That's okay. Next weekend, hopefully. So, last weekend, I mentioned going for a drive. Well, it's Saturday today, and I think I might have to pass on the drive for today, but I am going to take 5 minutes and dig the old girl out. What do you think, Baxter? We'll have to move them to snow blow here in a bit. Ron's up plowing right now, and then he'll come home and snow blow the yard. Alright, so fun fact, Ron just gave me a snow brush for the van, and I put it down in the snow. Now I can't find it. Found it. Tomorrow there's probably going to rain and make things really interesting. sometimes it's not a bad idea to have something to drink. Maybe a hot chocolate while you're cooking. Now, back when I was younger, we used to make hot chocolate the old-fashioned way with a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of evaporated milk, some sugar. This is coconut sugar, but we would have used white sugar. I'm just trying to use this up. I bought it a long time ago and I'm tired of looking at it, so I got to start using it up. I don't have any cream in the house or any evaporated milk, so next best thing. So how do you make it? A little bit of Carol Ann's. Dealer's choice on that one. A little bit of cocoa. And I probably should have not put that in there yet, but anyways. And a little bit of sugar. Mix it up. Now, normally you could put this in a pot and pour some water or extra milk or something in here and warm it up in a pot. I am only just going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go over here, put it in the Keurig. Okay. Now, stir it. Add marshmallows if you have them, maybe a little whipped cream on top. Have a little taste test. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, cheers.